This is Ace Aster 135, again bringing you a gameplay from Monster Hunter Tri. Today we're going to be fighting the Uragan. Uragan is a fire type, so you're going to be wanting to be using mostly a water or a dragon or a thunder weapon against this. Before you go out to fight it, you're probably going to want to bring a couple of traps with you. It's going to help you a lot. It moves around a lot, so you're going to want to keep them in one place. At the beginning, the event is going to give you some poison knives. You're going to want to use those. Also, if you have any more, you're probably going to want to keep some paralyzed knives with you. That'd be a good thing to bring. If you haven't done online, you're probably gonna want to bring a lot of Mega Potion. Seeing as what I'm doing right now, I've gone online, I've gotten the plus armor, I have the plus weapons too. So, yeah, besides that, you're gonna want to have good armor while you're doing this. But if you're just starting out not having any plus weapons, you're probably going to want to go for a lance or sword and shield to fight this. I'm not going to use the switch axe because it's a slow weapon, and there again it's moving around a lot. Besides that, it's taking forever to get all this stuff. It's taking way too long. Now, as we're about to get into fighting it, usually the first place you're going to find the Uragan is 5. Sometimes he'll first pop up at 7 or 6, but you usually want to go to 5 first. Before you start fighting, you're going to make sure you have a lot of cool drinks, things like that. You need to keep those ready because the Uragan can't go into anything except the places that there's the extreme heat. So you're going to need that for your heat endurance. But before you start fighting, you want to get your poison knives out. You want to poison it first off. You don't really need a paintball. There's not really any need of that. It can't really go anywhere except that where you're going to see that's going off to. Go, there it is. This is just one of the bigger ones you're gonna find. Usually a little bit smaller than that. But before it's about to roar, what you're gonna try to do is you're gonna try to run, you're gonna try to dive. That'll stop you from stopping and covering your ears, trying to block out the noise. It'll stop that, so you can just get right back up after that. This. If that does happen to you, if you do fall asleep, you're gonna want to try to get Cha-Cha. It's gonna get you or some smaller monster to come and hit you, so it'll wake you up before the Uragan does. Because if it does, the rolling attack is gonna hurt you a lot. I hate fighting this thing so much. It moves around way too much. Always has a smash with its head. Yeah, I try not to get under it while it's going to be doing that. While it's going to be doing the fire, putting you to sleep. Gonna try to want to get away from that. Wow, Chacha's really pathetic. He's already gotten hurt. Yeah, if you're gonna be using a switch axe, probably gonna want to attack it from the back. Try attacking from the back. Don't switch to the smaller version of the switch axe. Just keep it out as a sword, not as the axe part. Because if you just have the axe part, you're gonna be going a lot slower, and you're not gonna have enough time to get out of the way of it before it's gonna roll over you, hit you with its head or something like that. Sucks fighting this thing. It's always moving around too much. Takes a long time to do, unless you got, like I said before, unless you have your traps with you. Makes it a little bit easier then. Still, you have a while to go until it's actually hurt enough. Usually killing this thing, it usually takes me around 10-15 minutes. This is when I'm going to be using a longsword. I don't usually use switch axe against this. I just feel like using one a day, and I also haven't playing much. Yeah, longswords are okay to use with this. Sword and shields are the best. You're going to get to move around fast. You're going to be able to hit it a lot. But if you can do that, you're going to need to make sure that you have one that's the attack's really high, because you have the low attack one. You're not going to kill it within the 50 minutes. First time I fought this thing, I used a Dijin sword and shield, because that was the strongest one I had, was a fire. The element was fire, which wasn't the best idea to use against this. But in that fight, I ended up, first time I fought it, I ended up losing because I ran out of time. It took me more than 50 minutes, but the second time, I beat it in 49 minutes and 30 seconds. I hadn't done pretty much anything. That was the first time I'd fought it, so I didn't really know what to do. I also didn't have any of the plus stuff that I have now. But even if I didn't have the plus stuff, I could still probably kill this in about 20 minutes. 20, 25, 30 minutes, something like that, even if you didn't have the plus stuff. But it'd be a lot harder. You have to be healing your stuff a lot more. And if you're going to be doing that, you have to be pretty good to do it in the 20 minutes without any of the plus stuff. I seriously hate this thing so much. It takes way too long to kill. And some of the stuff you can get from is sort of good, but some of the stuff isn't that great. There's a really good sword and shield that you can get from this though, but besides that, most of the other weapons aren't that great that you'll get from it. But if you don't have access to the internet, or you can't do online, something like that, the weapons and armors you're probably gonna want to get the Helios armor. Yeah, the Helios armor, which is from the Cetus. And you're probably going to want to get the Cetus weapons, because those are the best if you're not going to be doing online. Like this. No, I think first, wounding its jaw is going to give you a trap, which would be good to do. Try to wound its jaw and get the trap, but if not, just go for the regular sub quest. It'll give you the more money. It'll give you extra stuff from it too. Also, this is a good place to level. It's not. I mean, to mine at. You get really good ores in this area, so I suggest mining in this area. Yeah, but also the ores you can get from here. There's Dragonite ore if you're gonna be in online on the plus monsters. You're gonna find what was I about to say? Oh yeah, you're gonna be finding advanced hard armor spheres, which that's really good. You're gonna be needing those a lot if you're gonna be upgrading your plus armor, and also you're gonna be finding fire stones. Those are gonna need those a lot for a lot of the plus weapons, a lot of plus fire weapons. You need a lot of that stuff. So you're gonna be needing to come here a lot for just regular, just to fight Urgator and stuff like that, just so you can mine here. But 6 is usually where you're gonna find Uragan if it's hurt a lot. It's the most common place if it's hurt a lot or if it's sleeping, anything like that. But what I was doing, flash bombs don't do anything to it. Flash bombs only work on the things that are underground. That go dig underground is the only time the flash bombs are going to work, but it also gets the attention of it, so it's good to use for getting attention. Cha-Cha has not done anything for me yet. This is retarded. There you go, finally did something. Usually get some more offs than that, but I don't. So you probably shouldn't try to get him. I don't remember exactly what it's called, but there's a ability that he has where he just goes for the monster and doesn't pick anything up. That's sort of good, sometimes depending on what you're fighting and where you're fighting it at, but most of the time you're going to want him to go pick some stuff up, because that'll help you get a lot of stuff you need throughout the game. What we should probably do is fighting this. You should probably get a good water lance. Because I know a couple of good ones, and that'd be good for fighting against this, because you'd have the shield, and you could just be hitting it at the same time, so that's a good thing to use. And I was like saying, if it's about do the smash like that, what's about to do, just put your shield up and it'll block it. You'll get hurt a little bit, but not as much as normally if you're close to it and using any other types of weapons. Also, with lances, you can also charge. You can charge at the monster, but if you're going to do that, you're going to make sure that you have green or blue sharpness, or else you're just going to bounce off. You're not going to be able to keep going. But with that, you can just keep charging and trying to constantly hurt it, just as long as you're right up against it. But you can see from it drooling, that means that means that it's slowing down a lot. It's not going to be able to attack as much, so it's going to be a lot slower. It's just going to be standing. It's going to be standing there a lot, not really moving. And also, whenever a monster starts to drooling, it's going to eat something. So, if you have a paralyzed, say, or a poison one or something like that, or a tension meat or poison meat or something like that, you can put it down, then it'll go over into it and eat it, and that's a good time to put that stuff down. Besides that, it's taking forever to kill this thing. Usually it doesn't take this long. I don't know why it's so hard. I don't know why it doesn't hurt itself and it smashes its head on the ground like that all the time. Probably kill itself, but make it better. Instead of them having Cha-Cha as a helper, probably would have made more sense. Just have, like, would have been better if you had another person, like computer's controlling person. That would have helped more than just Cha-Cha walking around with the all the time. It doesn't really do anything. So I think that they make another Monster Hunter, they should probably another person instead of Cha-Cha, because Cha-Cha doesn't really do much anyway. Just kind of stands around, dances, and gets hurt, and runs away and heals himself. Finally, it's about to die. It's asleep. It's taking forever to kill this thing already. But yeah, if you guys want to see any more Monster Hunter, yeah, also if there's any other Wii games that you want information on besides this one, I'll probably be able to bring you some, but I'll probably be able to do it on most of them, but not all of them. So just comment on the video, and I'll do that. If you want more Wii games, Wii game gameplays, or gameplays for Monster Hunter Tri, you should subscribe, and I'll be doing a lot of those. Also, I'll be bringing some other games too, so you should subscribe and you'll get to see all the other games that I have. Also, in about 2.5 months, I'll also be getting Xenoblade Chronicles, if you know what that is. I'll be doing some gameplays on that too. So I'll bring some of those soon. Been wanting that game for a while, but yeah, I'll be bringing some videos and commentaries on that also. Besides that, the Uragan's about to kill it. All the Uragan stuff that you can get, like armor and weapons, it's really hard to get stuff from it. It takes a while. You're gonna have to kill a lot of them, and you can get way better stuff from other monsters that doesn't take as long to kill. Some of the Uragan stuff is good, and I'd recommend getting, but most of it's not that great. So you probably shouldn't go for that. Not unless you really want stuff. But this is a really bad glitch that you can see into the monster. You can just walk around inside of it and you see everything. But yeah, if you crouch and you're harvesting stuff from it, it makes it go a lot faster. So if you have little time to get this stuff, you should probably crouch and get stuff. It'll go a lot faster that way. I hate this stupid thing. Finally killed that person. I really hate killing these things. Yeah, but subscribe and I'll bring you some more games soon and more commentaries.